everyone, welcome to Thoughts and Treasures. My name's Connie and this is my craft room. I have a really cool project that we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be using this rice paper, our little sunflower rooster, and I'm going to be repurposing this board. This says it was $6.98. I'm not sure where I got it from. It says Accent Decor. I don't know. It could have been from Hobby Lobby, and obviously it would not have been, but there's no other price tags on it, and I know I didn't spend $7 on this. But anyway, this is the board I'm going to be using. So the first thing I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to cut out my thing first so my water's clean. But we're going to cover all this up. This is kind of cute as it is, but you know, we got to repurpose things. So we're going to be using this backer, but I'm going to put that to the side for 1 second. First, I want to cut out my thing. I'm not going to use scissors. I am going to use water. I have a water pen someplace, and if that's what you like to use, that's fine. It works just as well. I'm trying to find one that's a little bit sharper, pointier. I don't know what word you want to use. But I don't want that. You can cut it out if you want to. Some people like to cut really close to it. This is all how you want to. You know what I didn't do? Hold please. I forgot to turn this on. We're gonna need our iron. We're gonna need our iron. I didn't think about it. You don't have to use an iron. I just prefer to use the iron method. There's many ways to decoupage, and my way is the iron method. If you've never done that, stay tuned because I will show you. I do want to say welcome into anybody. Oh my gosh, catastrophes. I guess that's what you do if you clean up your mess. I do want to say welcome into anybody, and if anybody is new to me, welcome in. Come be part of our family. If you are watching this on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I don't know, wherever else I put it, come join us on all of the platforms. So you could take a pair of scissors and cut this around if you wanted to. I, however, like the, I don't know what you want to call it, the torn look. So basically what I'm just doing is I'm just got water here, and I'm going to go further out because you can always go back in, but you can't add more if you go too close. And you know, water kind of spreads around, so you want to be careful. So I'm just going around right now, just kind of getting it wet. And I'm going to actually, let me go this way. And I'm just using the water in my paint thing. They do have water pens you can use also. I'm not a huge fan of them. I think it puts too much water out. This way you have more control with a paintbrush. And again, this will dry rather quickly, so do part at a time. I'm going to put that to the side. See now how it gives that nice torn look? We're going to incorporate that look later because we're gonna enhance it by dirtying it up a little bit. I feel like back in the day when you had to write with the ink pen and inkwell, that's what I feel like I'm doing here. Now I will go back and I will get closer to him because that's a little bit too far for me. But you always do a little bit at a time. That way it's easier to manage. Alright, so I'm going to go back. Runaway paintbrush. I'm going to go in closer over here. Let's concentrate over here first. And it doesn't have to be exact. You don't want to get up right next to it. And I'm going to go cut some of this off. Be careful, you don't want to tear your picture, especially when you only have one. Now I'm going to go back here. I don't like how pointy these are edges. And like I said, if you are doing something like nice and crisp, then I would be more concerned with these edges. Or I mean, not be so much, not be concerned with the things, try to talk and do something at the same time. Not concerned with the edges. However, I am going to be dirtying this up, so it's going to enhance that torn look. So I think I'm going to go with that. Let's bring my board over real quick, make sure it fits on here. You might have to tear it, yes, I got to tear it down just a little bit more over here, because I kind of want it to be an edge around the whole thing. Let's get down here to the bottom too right away. Just going to tear this off, like I said, just a little bit at a time. Now, if the torn look is not your thing, you know, I've seen people, and they've done an amazing job, where they actually cut around every single thing. Ooh, that was kind of close. I think that's good. Nice choppiness to it. Oh, I think that's perfect. That will work. So that's what I'm going for, this kind of look. So decoupaging is a way to use an amazing piece to make it look like it's been painted on. You kind of wanna hide. Kind of want to hide the effect of it being, so, you know, make people question, did you paint that or did you not? So I'm gonna let this sit over there to try. First thing I am going to do is find me some white paint, and I'm going to use chalk paint only because this is Waverly. White chalk paint. Snow White? Nope, just white. Just white. But I am going to, I like how rusty this thing is. It's already pre-rusted. I'm just going to put a piece of tape up here so, you know, I don't get all the white on there, and I don't have to be so exact. You do not have to do this. And then if I go back in after and fix it, just touch up the little bit that I have to. So I might have to go in there and touch a little bit of the brown up there, but this is easier than having to deal with. Goodness gracious, what is going on here? Everything's falling. Alright, so I'm going to go in And I'm not going to worry about the sides or the back, so I'm going to make sure I don't get it on the sides. Oh, is this any good? Oh, I don't know. We might have to spray some water in there. It's kind of thick. Have another one down here. Oh, I do. Let's use this. I don't know. This one looks kind of not so good. Oh. Got to use the muscles. All right. Let's get this painted on. Like I said, I'm going to be careful on the edges because I don't want it to go over. I'm not going to do the sides. But I'm going to use the chalk paint just because it's thicker than the acrylic paint, so hopefully in 2 or 3 coats this will be covered up. Cross your fingers. Cross the fingers. And again, this is something, you know, you could work on and go, it's a lot of time, so let's just let it dry and give it another coat until you're actually happy with not seeing any of the design behind. Usually it takes about 2 or 3 coats, or 3 or 4 coats, not 2 or 3. But I am going to dry completely in between each one. I'm probably thinking about 4, but we'll see what happens. Give this a good dry. So if you're ever in like Hobby Lobby, Walmart, during your seasonal time, and you see backers, just pick them up at good prices. Like I said, this is $6.90 something. I did not pay that much for it. There is no way I paid that much for it. And the reason I say that is because I have 3 more over there. So I guarantee it was on sale somewhere at one time. I know people go to yard sales and find all kinds of things, Goodwill, thrift shops, all that good stuff. We're going to start with that. Give it another coat. Oh, I should have showed you. You can see, before I go any further, you can see how you can still see through that. We're going to see what coat number 2 does. And I would definitely, doing something like this, I would definitely use a chalk paint like this, something thicker, even a better paint. Even if you go to Lowe's and get a primer of some sort, you know, this is a very, very dark background. If it's a lighter background, then, you know, it probably won't take as much, but this being brown. The other thing I look for when I'm looking for backers on sale, or not on sale, on clearance, is that the writing isn't raised, and it's easier to cover up. If it's raised, you're going to, no matter how much you put through it or put paint on it, you're not going to hide that. That's coat 2. Let's get that dry. You definitely want to make sure you dry completely through each coat. So there's coat number 2. You can still see some of it. Let's see what number 3 does. I mean, definitely plan on at least 3 to 4 coats. It may take more depending on what is behind it. And see, I put the tape up here. It's just so I don't have to be so delicate. This is a good word. I don't have to be so easy. We just slop the paint on. All right, let's try this and see what happens. Looking better. Give it a good dry. And if I did, because some of this painter's tape doesn't go through well, and this is from the picture, so it's not really that good. I'm going to be putting a bow up here, so I'm not going to worry so much if I got a little bit of paint on there. I think that might be good. Once we get it completely dry. Making sure I got everything completely dry here. But I think that looks good. We got ourselves a nice white surface now. All right, so I'm done with the paintbrush. Oops. Let me close it. I'm gonna throw this in the trash can because that's really bad. That wasn't even worth saving. There. All right. Now I'm gonna pull this off. Oh, look at that. Perfect perfect. What? Something went right? So there's our perfect surface. Putting that tape on there, there's nothing on our top. And like I said, I like the little bit of rusticy look that's there. And just want to see what it looks like on here. I think that's going to be perfect. Then I can put my bow there. No, I might bring him down some too. I'm going to do, when I Mod Podge something, I don't just do the back area. I do the entire surface because it does leave a look to it. So I don't want it to be like a cut off line here. So I'm going to Mod Podge the entire thing. But I think that's probably going to be good. And I can put my little bow there. Yes, we'll do that. So I do keep my Mod Podge in one of these little condiment bottles. Got this at the Dollar Tree. Just so much easier to put on the surface. Yes, that may be a lot, but we'll see. And like I said, my image is only going to be down here, but I'm going to make sure that I put this all over. And we're just going to thinly spread it out. And as it goes, it's going to dry, but that's okay. We want it to dry. But I like to put enough on. I'm not so much worried about the bubbles. I'm going to concentrate more on getting it even up here rather than at the bottom where I'm going to put my image. And if you feel you put too much on, don't do that next time. No. You can take some off, it's not a big deal. Or as you go along, it's going to dry, so just keep spreading it around. I have to pull some of it off, that's okay. Get working it until it gets even. See, now over here I need a little bit more. Figure that one out because it dried on me. So which way to put it there. All right, I'm just going to wipe this off. And again, this is just a little silicone. You find them in the makeup section at the Dollar Tree. That's what I use. Now, close that up, put that back over here. I am going to get this completely dry once again. sure you get it dry. Ooh, that's not my table, isn't it? That looks good. Now I am going to get a piece of parchment paper. We're going to use this barrier between our image and the arm. Let me wipe this off real quick, since I had to reuse it again. Turn this way, and I want to get him down towards the bottom. So the nice thing about this part of doing the dry method, the iron-on method, is that you can fiddle with your image more than once. Usually if it's wet, once you put it down, that's it. You know, your chances of tearing it are very, very strong. So this kind of just lets you, yeah, I think I like it, to judge where you want to put it. If it's not right, you can pick it up without it harming anything or doing any damage to anything. And then just I'm just going around the image. I don't want to go around the whole entire mason jar. That should be good. I'm going to double check. If everything is down. Looks good from here. Alright, I'm going to unplug this real quick before I forget to do it later. And then, you know, incidents and accidents can happen. Alright, so I have these little, that's vintage photo. Let's see which one I want to use. I think I'm going to go with the vintage photo one. This is just a distressed oxide. I like to put this on with, oh, what's going on here? I found my other little doodad. And again, I'm not sure what this is, but it came from the Dollar Tree. I believe it's a makeup thing. Like all the makeup brushes can be used for many different things. So this is where I'm going to show you how I'm going to enhance. So on here, as you can see now, well, maybe you can't. You can really up close, you can see the outline of where the torn paper is. Doing this if you don't particularly care for the dirty look, then don't do it. But I'm going to just kind of go around and enhance that torn image so it kind of looks like it's meant to be. And I'm going to go around and do everything. But I like to start with the photo first, the image. I don't really dirty up the whole thing. I don't want to dirty up the rooster itself. I just go around the image. Some people do. You know, you do you. It almost brings out where this image is now laying. So you're not trying to hide it, you're trying to bring it out. thought about painting this a back color, but I think I'm going to keep it white, because you would obviously do your color first before doing this, but I think I'm just going to keep it white, just something. And then I'm going to go around the edges. Really enhance the dirtiness around it. And if you like the darker look, there's other ink distress pads. I'm not sure what these are actually used for because I've only used them for this. They are found in your stamping department. And I'm sure this is supposed to be making your images just like this, but alright, so now I'm going to go in, now that I've done the edges, and I'm just going to kind of do around in this. And now this is where the Mod Podge kind of helps you. So doing the Mod Podge on the entire mason jar, I couldn't think of the word, with the streaks in it, it kind of helps lift it up a little bit, so you're seeing a little bit of the ridges that this is getting onto. So, leaves you with that. Now, it looks darker in here in person than it does on the camera, but if you can't tell, it is nice and grunged up. I'm going to go over on the edges just a little bit more here. And you just don't want to do it randomly. There is no rhyme or reason to this, but kind of gives it that look. So I'm happy with that. Now, before I put this away, I do want to wipe. I'm just taking a baby wipe and wiping off, and it's going to dry. Put our lid back on, and then we're going to but just like that, it kind of gives it, I mean, it's pretty just like that. You don't have to do anything else to it, but we will. Now, I've decided on two different ones, and I'm not sure if I think I am going to use this. I've got this pretty sunflower ribbon, and this green, if it came from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure where any of them come from, to be honest with you. I don't know. I would tell you if I knew, but I don't know. I've got some of these rooms, but they look beautiful together. And I think this is going to be a nice touch, very country-ish. Now, I do not do, oh, I should clean that off once in a while. Big foo-foo bows. I'm more very subtle with them. So I'm just going to, and I don't measure, so I can always cut down if it's too big. I mean, is there such a thing as a big bow? Too big of a bow? And then we're going to take two of these, and that roughly, like I said, it doesn't have to be exact. You can always trim later. Trim. But this green is perfect with this color. I'm hoping. See, now it's like, now I'm looking, it's like, am I making it big enough? Because you know, when you do a bow and you squish it together, it does get smaller. It's okay if it's too small, then we make another one. So just cut the edges. If you never remember which way to do it, you fold it like a taco, and then go towards the corner. Fold it like a taco and cut to the corner. And then it gives you those V's. So you always fold it like a taco, the opening is at the top, and then you cut towards the corner. Taco, corner. Very easy way to remember. I'm sure we have all folded it the wrong way and cut the wrong direction. And I am going to, hopefully, yep, I do. I'm going to add some little bit of raffia into this. How to make sure it was there. I do have my glue tool going. Now this is not real raffia, obviously, as you can tell. And this is the hula skirt. So this is the time of year. It is May. This is the time of year when Dollar Tree starts having their summer stuff coming out. So this is the time to grab it, but this stuff makes amazing raffia. If you're into the farmhousey kind of theme, I love putting this stuff on everything. This gives it some character, something different. Alright, I lifted my silicone mat up because I like to do what my friend calls the scrunch and bunch. It's just easy way. Hey little girl, what you doing down there? My dog's down here. She comes down and goes away and comes down and goes away. I got nothing. And then we're going to put this in the middle. And now when I do this, all I'm going to do is hold this down, take my thumb and my middle finger, and just kind of pinch this together. I guess I should have got some string. It probably would have helped if I did that first. Obviously need something to tie it with. I usually grip it real tight and tie, just twist it around the center. Come to the back, give it a nice tie. Don't tie too tight because sometimes you can break the string. You know, the amount of muscles you have. Cut this off. Cut this off. Put that into the trash can. Put that back over here. And then I'm going to put this back down. This is a nice silicone mat. I do have it linked in my Amazon store, but it's very, very nice to have. If you're interested, you can get on my link tree on my Facebook or on my website. ThoughtsTreasures.com has my link tree on it. And there's our cute little bow. I think it's perfect. And you know what? I think that is actually perfect for that. So I'm just going to do it right here at the bottom. I think it's perfect. And then I'm going to, no. The hot iron's still falling. I'm going to grab one of these. Let me see. Yeah, it needs a sunflower of some sort. everything's yellow in there. I'm going to have to go with the yellow. Let me see if I like. I know that kind of blends in with the we're gonna have to do it. This one's nicer because it's bigger, but yeah, let's go with that one. We're gonna do it. Bring my glue tool over. So we are keeping this pretty simple. Just gonna put that right here underneath. You know what, I might need another glue stick here in a second. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough or not, but nope. And I'm going to hold till it dries. This glue tends to be very, very hot, and it always takes a little bit to dry, so I don't want to let go. But I'm choosing to do it below because I want to be able to see the lid a little bit. I think that looks good. Now here's a nifty trick before I tie off the thing. See how this is all closed up? Yeah. Use your heat tool, you can then open it up nicely. And apparently oh, that's hot. I'm just going to cut, well, should I cut it off or should I just leave it? Yeah, let's cut it off some. You don't want to cut too close to the stem because it will take the whole entire thing off. There you have it. Great addition to any home. You can hang it in your kitchen. Let's get that dry. See, that's what I said. If it doesn't dry, but great for Rooster sunflowers. I think it turned out amazing. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I will be back on. I'll have a video up tomorrow. That's all I have for you guys tonight. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for hanging out. And remember, thoughts become things and things become treasures. Y'all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out in my craft room. Bye, guys.